All right. So in this debate, this Democratic debate, I think that the candidates did really well, making sure they stayed on topic, making sure they gave each other equal time, being respectful. Granted, they kind of, in the end, I think like the final two parts, they kind of started talking over each other a little bit, but you could tell they were frustrated because they were each getting called out on the things they've done in the past, and they have to answer for that. So one of the biggest topics they talked about was something that everybody was really concerned about and is still concerned about, is the the COVID-19 pandemic. They talked about the economic recession that is in here and the economic recession that is coming after. And I think that they did a really good job kind of making sure that everybody knew that if they were president, there would be nobody left hanging, which is kind of the situation's kind of going on now. A lot of people are trying to figure out whether or not they're actually going to be able to keep working, whether or not they're going to have a job when this is over. So I think they did a really good job at making sure that people knew that if they were, either one of them were president, nobody would have to go through that. And they were just making sure that they tell everybody they were looking out for them. So another thing that came up with that was healthcare with immigrants and their testing and making sure that they don't feel like when they go to get tested, or that they shouldn't feel like when they go to get tested they're going to get busted by ICE. I think that's really important, especially at this time, and I think that they did a really good job, again, of making sure that people knew that they're not going to be left hanging just because, you know, this is a global pandemic and there's nothing that you can do to stop it. You know, picking somebody up and taking them back to their country is not going to stop the pandemic, so I think that was really important. That's just, you know, that's little opinion. And then they also asked how they were taking care of themselves, which is because they are considered older. And according to earlier research, that at this time, people were saying that this pandemic was affecting older people a whole lot more, which it still is, but there was still more of a concern then than when we actually figured out that it was more than just older people. The next big thing was that Biden completely flat out said that if he were to be on the ticket, he would have a female running mate as a, you know, for VP. So I think that was a very important pivotal point of this debate, because immediately after he said that, the moderator asked him to repeat it about 3 times, and then she turned and gave the floor to Bernie and was like, hey, are you gonna have a female running mate? And he was like, I'm sorry I keep saying female, but like a woman running with you. But anyways, so that was really important, and I think that that was definitely, I don't know if that was, if I would say that was, I want to say that was kind of gatekeeping, like for the moment, because she was not letting Bernie Sanders go to any other topic. Even when Bernie started talking about how Biden voted against one of the bills that had to do with the reproductive rights of women, she was still like, no, like, answer the question. So I think that was very important. The next thing is I think they did a really good job, again, of respecting each other for the most part. And the biggest takeaway for me from this is that no matter what you do, no matter what you say now, your political past and everything that you voted for ever is going to follow you. And you have to be ready to answer for that. So yeah, I think the moderators did a really good job of gatekeeping and making sure everybody stayed on topic, making sure that they kept to kind of what everybody wanted to know about at this point in time, especially concerning the coronavirus. So yeah, I think that this was a really good debate overall, and thank you for watching.